Dayman, oh, fighter of the night, man, oh, champion of the sun, oh, you're a master of karate and friendship for everyone, Dayman, oh. NASCAR, what's going on, man? Good to see you, my friend. It has been a while since I've been on. I went on live yesterday. Was able to talk a little bit about the breaks that I put on my site, but I have been so sick for the last few weeks or a week at least, and then I was on business the week before that. So, not ideal. But I'm feeling better now, back to doing my live show, and today's going to be a good day. Got a couple breaks on the site, Mega Baseball Mixer number 7, and Mega Football Mixer number 2. Mega Football Mixer is kind of cool because I got this Panini Contenders box in that mixer, and then 2 other optic boxes, but this Panini Contenders is a legit box. Pretty excited to open that. Pulled 1 auto out of a box of those before. You get 5 autos in a box, and my nephew picked 1 pack out of a box. Just happened to be the auto pack. Legitski. Wasn't an awesome auto, but it was good enough. I'll be happy with it. Yeah, got the junk wax from Classic Cards came, or sent me, and some other people as well. But we're going to be opening some of this today. All of it today. Going through and seeing what we can find. Kind of excited to go through that. There's some junk wax, some newer stuff, some hockey. So there's quite a bit in here. That minor league pack you sent. I opened it yesterday, Classic, on the site, but or on the channel. But thanks so much, man. I appreciate that a lot. It was huge, and that was a nice letter you sent, and it was so cool for the channel. It just meant a lot, so I appreciate that. But yeah, check the video out. I did post it yesterday, so you can go on there and check it out. I did get my Ted Williams card in the mail as well, so I'm pretty excited about that. Teddy Williams showed up, finally. Been waiting for this for too long. Ted Williams cut autograph with a bat relic, number 4 of 5. Won this in a break on Jab's channel. Very, very cool card. Best card in my collection already. So I'm excited about that. My collection is growing, the PC collection, Rockies and Broncos, and it's probably the most disorganized of all of my cards. I've organized the other cards quite a bit better. So I need to go through and organize all my PC cards, Rockies, Broncos, see what I have, what I need, what I can get rid of, if I need to downsize it or not. But I did enjoy it, man. It was awesome. Much appreciated. But let's open some packs. Let's get into some pack opening. Mega Football Mixer number 2. I'll show that just real quick. So it's going to be this Panini Contenders box. It's going to be this Donruss Optic box. This has 1 autograph and 1 memorabilia card. And then this Optic box, which has 1 autograph per box. So this is the better box, but I wanted to get one of each to see what was in the product. One of them is like a hobby collector's box, and the other one's just a hobby box. So anyways. Alright, let's break into this. I think we got some 88 Donruss here. Wax packs. Love it. I haven't opened much wax this year at all, so we'll see. Your puzzle piece there. Brett Butler. Pedro Guerrero. Henderson. Marty Barrett. Ooh, Kirk Gibson. Rob Deere. Sheets. Andy Van Slyke. Randy Bush. Willie Upshaw. Lee Guterman. Andre Dawson. Rob Thompson. Mike Diaz, and David Palmer. I went through a bunch of my cards that were from back in the day, 88, this set specifically, and man, I've got a ton of them. Finally got all that stuff organized, though. All my old wax from years past. Finally got it all organized. This is going to be a Sports Flicks pack. 88 edition. Wow, Tim Raines right there on the back. Sweet. I love Tim Raines. Jim Clancy and Cal Daniels. Then you got your minis. A trivia and a Cubs. What's the trivia quiz? Let's see. Who is the oldest player to win a batting title? Ty Cobb, Stan Musial, Harry Heilman, or Ted Williams? Ted Williams. He was 40 when he took the American League batting title with a .328 average in 1958. He also won the title at age 39 a year before with .388. Good night. And then Tim Raines. Beauty. Go in my Tim Raines collection. PC. Let's see. I got to separate all these cards out. All right. What are we working on? 1990 score. I don't like having to open these plastic ones because it's always like a pain. Rick Mahler. Ooh, Jamie Moyer. Very nice. Pull that sucker out. Bruce Hurst. Tony Gwynn. Nolan Ryan. Very nice. 94 NL MVPs. Jackie Robinson. Cool. Chuck Knobloch. Manny Lee. Franklin Stubbs. That's a first round pick on Knobloch. Nice. DePino. Jeff Reed. Don August. Lonnie Smith. Lance Johnson. Lusauter. Scott Lusauter. Is that how you say it? Steve Olin. But hey, that was a nice pack. Pulled a little Nolan Ryan, Tony Gwynn, Jamie Moyer action out of there. It's got that little grit on it, you know. How's it going, Parker? It's good to see you, my friend. Got this Nolan Ryan pack next. I've never opened one of these, so I'm kind of excited to see what is in this pack and what's it all about. Are they all Nolan Ryan cards? Must be. Man, that is cool. 300 game winner. Oh, this is sweet. It's got him from all different teams. That's an odd picture to take, but all right. The glare. What's up, John's Arcade? Good to see you, man. Yeah, working and listening. I understand that game. I think that's what most of us do this time of day. Working and lurking is what I call it. World Series victory. And move the ball around. Need help with Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, that's a sweet pack. All Nolan Ryan cards. I have a binder of Nolan Ryan specifically. Well, of Hall of Famers. But Nolan has several pages in it, so that's going to go in that binder. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was such a cool pack to open. All Nolan Ryan cards. Texas Express trading card series. Cool. Never opened one of those before. That was fun. I like opening stuff that I don't get to open normally. 1990. Looking for 90 Donruss here. What's up, Fall Creek Collections? Yeah, what is it that you need help with specifically, Parker? Just trying to figure out what to buy. I'm going to open some Pokemon right after this. So I'm doing a little baseball here. And then I've got a couple of boxes of Pokemon that I was going to open for my private collection. And see what we can get. Some product I haven't opened yet. So another puzzle piece. Excuse me. Van Slyke. There's a Kirk Gibson. Pull that sucker out. Nice. Tony Gwynn, another one. Man, this is like a similar pack to the last one. Tony Gwynn and Van Slyke was in that pack. Johnson, Brett Butler, and Tom McGraw. Did a few vids with Pokemon for my daughter. Need to know what's good. I'll have to go look at the videos. Do you remember what specific product you opened? No. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah. 90 score again. Leonard, Gagne, Kennedy. Another MVP, but that one's a 58 MVP for Ernie Banks. That's kind of a cool card. Ricky rips the Jays. Pull that aside. Paul Molitor, McDowell, Harris, Reed, August, Clark, Morgan, Ken Griffey Sr., Ernie Witt, Terry Jorgensen, Ken Griffey Jr. So senior and junior in this pack. Very nice. Pull out that Ken Griffey Jr. 90 score. Hidden Fates and a couple others. Hidden Fates is such a, like, the odds are that you pulled something that's got value in it. This is an 89 Donruss. Yeah, the odds are you're going to have something that has, it may not be great value. It could be $5-10, but at least you're going to have something that is valuable. So I'll have to check what exactly you pulled, but we'll see. Chris Sabo. Looking for a Ken Griffey Jr. mint condition. Rick Leach, Dan Petrie, Deedon Fuel, Marvin Freeman, David Bergman, Borders, Joe Carter, and Chris James. Not going to be in this pack. That's okay. We tried our best. Oh, a little bit newer here. This is a pack from 2015. Ricky rips the Jays, yeah. Yeah, we'll do, Parker. I'll check them out and see if you got anything that's valuable there. So I did have one shipped back. So the Charizard that I pulled from Hidden Fates did get shipped back. I have not checked the grade yet because I can check it on eBay. Or not on eBay, I'm sorry, on my PSA account. But I didn't because I want that to be something that we see together. So hopefully we'll get a 10 on that one. That would be awesome. Yeah, Sabo rookie. Wah, wah, wah. Inciarte. Ooh, there's a LeMahieu with the Rockies. Any LeMahieu card I can get, I'll take. Boston Red Sox team card. I really like the look of these 2015 cards. John Lackey. Chris Capuano. Greg Maddux, 2005 insert. July 26, 2005. That's when he notched his 3,000th career strikeout. Wow. Cool. Pull that aside for sure. Ooh, and a Cal Ripken Jr. Nice. I'll pull that aside as well. Like those inserts. Very nice. Joe Mauer from the Minnesota Twins. Marco Scutero. Goodness, it's been a long time since I've heard that name. Drew Stubbs when he was on the Rockies. Wow. And Angel Pagan. All right, let's get into some NHL. I don't know anything about NHL, but hey. We got some stuff to... Morning, Joey. How you doing, my friend? We've got some stuff to open, so we might as well open it. Do any of you guys know much about hockey at all? Never in Doubt, Hockey Canada. I'll tell you what pack this was from, actually. Sorry. This is a 10-card pack from the Future Trends Experience. They're all like black and white. It's kind of a neat look. Henderson, Talon. Shadrins. This is all from 1972, I'm assuming. Park. So how... Yeah, I would never know any of these guys. Face Off. Afraid to Lose. Savard. No clue what I'm looking at. Maybe I should stick to just doing the baseball ones until Urban is around. All right, there's 2 more packs of hockey. I'll wait on those ones. Oh, Classic knows hockey. There are 2 goals and it's cold. Yeah, exactly. You know what's up. This is a 1989 second series of minor league minor league baseball. Goose, Gazzo, Sean Hare, Jimmy Rosso, Ron Crow, Deion Sanders. That's awesome. Sweet. It's a Deion Sanders card from this minor league baseball. Steve Hosey, Mark Lewis, and Darryl Irvine. Sweet. I'll take that. I've never seen those cards before either, so those are kind of neat. Another 1990 score. Let's see what we can score out of this. De Leon, Tracy, Jackson. There's a Terry Steinbach. Let's see, who's this AL48? Lou Bordeaux, I believe. Terry Steinbach. Curtis Wilkerson, Grant, Santiago, Moore, O'Brien, Bobby Bonilla, Bream, Rooms. Here's a Greg Maddux. And a Juan Gonzalez. Very nice. This is about as good as you can expect out of score from 1990. Not a whole lot there. What's up, RSR? How's it going, my friend? Just opening some packs here. This is the last one. This is going to be a jumbo pack from Sportflix. 95 Sportflix. Wow, I've never opened a 95 Sportflix. I'll have to crack them a little bit. Aaron Saleh, something like that. Palmer. Gates. These look like they were from 95. Ooh, a Canseco for Boston. That's pretty cool. Pull that out. Cal Ripken Jr. Homer Team 95. Hammer Team 95. Is that what it says? Yeah, Hammer Team. That's kind of cool. And then a Deion Sanders. Holy cow, and a Rodriguez, Alex Rodriguez for the rookie. Huh, that is awesome. A Sportflix A-Rod rookie. I don't like A-Rod much, but I don't think I have any rookies of his. And Clemens behind him. Wow, that was kind of a sweet pack of Sportflix. Cool. Sheboygan. Gretzky, bro. That's the only thing you need to know about hockey is Gretzky, right? He's the man. I like the sports flicks too, but that was a sweet pack. I mean, Clemens in there, Deion Sanders, Cal Ripken, Jose Canseco, and A-Rod rookie. I'm going to sleeve that rookie. Sheboygan. I'll take it. All right, let me see here. What's up, JDLS? Good to see you, my friend. I always like when you come in a staff meeting at work and watching cannon breaking cards. What could be better? I love that 1 cent. Love it. That was a really good pack. Dang, that was legit-ski. All right. Man, I've got some organizing to do here. All right, what's the best way to handle this? All right. These ones. These go on top. These go on topper. All right, that stack set aside. So I do have some Pokemon to open today as well. These boxes that I got were pretty cool. There's 3 of these new sets that came out. Grookey, Sobble, and Scorbunny. So there's 3 boxes like this, and each one has its pin that comes with it, and this one has all 3 of the cards, which is awesome, so you don't have to actually buy each one to get the promo cards. So I just bought the one. I don't really care about the pins. I'm not collecting any of that, but I just want the promo cards. So I got that one, and I got this Hidden Fates box that's a Gyarados GX, which I already have Gyarados GX card, but I hadn't seen a box like this from Hidden Fates, like a repack like this, so I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and open it and see what I can get. So, if we got something, Pearl Jam just announced a North American tour, that'd be cool to see. I'd love to watch Pearl Jam, man. Even flow, it's the roll like butterflies. Oh, we don't know, so he chases them away. Yeah, I love it, man. Pearl Jam, I loved them when I was in high school for some reason. So I don't know which one to open first. Let's do the Grookey first, because this is not going to be Hidden Fates. This is going to be Cosmic Eclipse, and looking for character cards out of this, because I'm collecting the character cards out of Cosmic Eclipse. And we got 3 promo cards from Sun and Moon. And finally, this is the last of the Sun and Moon set that's going to be released. So from here on out, I don't have to worry about the promo cards from new sets. I can just continue trying to get all the promo cards from Sun and Moon in PSA 10. And that's the goal for the Sun and Moon set. Oh, yeah, the delay is probably just perfect. I noticed the delay one time, and I was like, oh, that works in my favor, because it makes me sound way smarter than I actually am. So, alright, so the promo cards in this, I'm so excited that they've started to use these plungers instead. Because I don't have to worry about touching the card. Just balls right out. So Scorbunny. Here is the code card if you guys want that for Pokemon.com/TCGGO. Grookey, Hollow, and Sobble. I find that interesting. So I wonder how they're doing promos on this. I have no clue. Oftentimes I find the numbering on the promos very odd, and I'm not sure why, and I'm assuming that it has something to do with it not being part of a, or it being part of a separate set that I don't know about. So, I'd love to see them. They're in the Pepsi Center April 9th. Ooh. I would love to go and see that. I mean, the band I missed out on was Linkin Park. I always wanted to see them live and never got a chance to because Chester Bennington died before I could see him. So, you know, if I can find any band from back in the day that still plays some awesome Although I guess this is a little bit different. Pearl Jam's more of a jam band. But they're still... Wow, they only give us 2 Cosmic Eclipse in here? Interesting. Then an Evolutions pack and an Unbroken Bonds pack. So we have a chance at a Charizard in the Unbroken Bonds. I really like that pack. The Cosmic Eclipse, got a chance at a Charizard there too. And one in Evolution. So I guess you got a chance at him in all 4. So that's pretty good. I know, my goodness. I was up in Denver for business last week, or the week before. And it was the best traffic I had ever seen there. I mean, I went everywhere without hardly any issues, and I was like, this is not normal for Denver. Which is true, it's not normal at all. Denver's gnarly traffic. Ugh. Especially nowadays. Yeah, I read something about Aurora the other day. There was like a murder or something there. I mean, there's always a murder in Aurora, it seems like. Is this one 4 to the front? I'm not sure. Nope, oops. I just showed what we were going to pull. So it's 3 to the front then. Leave that one in the back. Alright, so Metapod. Professor Oak's Hint. Now, this Evolution set is like basically a shot-for-shot remake of the 1999 original set that was released. So this should feel very nostalgic. My Bulldog is named after Bennington. Really. Doduo, Staryu, Seal, Charmander. There's a Gyarados reverse holo. That's pretty cool. And check that out. Omega Slowbro EX. That is shiny as all get out. And it's like gold around the edges. I've never seen a card this cool from Evolutions. I'm sleeving that sucker right now. That looks awesome. Why is it all gold shiny like that? I'm very curious about this card now. I'm going to have to go do some research. See what we got. Alright, Unbroken Bonds is next. Yeah, the ones, they look like the ones you had as a kid, even though they're reprinted. Because these were just printed probably 2017. There's the code card. And it doesn't look like this is going to be a hit pack because it was a green card. Bellsprout, Ghastly, Carvana, Togepi, Esper, Surprise Box, Kingler. So Kingler was our rare, and Surprise Box is our reverse holo. That's Unbroken Bonds. Alright, Cosmic Eclipse. We're looking for any character card, any full art secret rare. Charizard would be nice. Super Refractor? I believe so. I'm not sure what the 2017 ones were called, that they did the EX cards instead of the GX. And I started collecting right after the EXs were done and the GXs were out. So, and Palossand. So nothing in that pack. Alright, hopefully we can get one in this pack. Looking for a character card or any GX, secret rare, anything like that. Another green one, which isn't a good sign. However, the green ones I have gotten character cards out of before, so we'll see. Golduck, Will, Passimian, I have a Rowlet, a Lillipup, Skrelp, Pikachu, Ponyta, and Braviary. Wah, wah, wah. So, pretty much the only good pack out of that was the Evolutions pack, which is a giant bummer. Not that I don't like Evolutions, but it's definitely not a set that has a lot of value to it. So, that's the unfortunate part. Alright, so now it's the Hidden Fates box. Hey, Jaffa, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know much about the EX cards, not nearly as much as I do about the GX ones, but I need to start learning because I'm starting to see a lot of sets that people have that have quite a bit of EX in them, and they're really good condition cards. So, you know, when I first started getting in, I was just like, well, let's go for the highest dollar cards I can find, and those were the Charizard ones and the most recent sets that were coming out. But now I've learned that there's cards from those EX that are going to jump up in value here after the 3-year meta is up. So I anticipate the price on EX cards is going to go up here pretty quickly. Yeah, back into the Pokemon. I gotta stick to what I know. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. I did some baseball earlier too, but doing some Pokemon now. So here's the Gyarados. It's the SM promo. Look how bowed it is. Not great, but that's okay. It goes in our promo pile. 4 packs of Hidden Fates. So it's going to be the same as what you would get in one of the tins. Here's a code card for you. And then we have the large Gyarados card, jumbo card. I really like these jumbo cards, but this one's actually a lot cooler than a lot of the other ones that I got. This Zacian. That's pretty cool. All right, 4 packs of this stuff. We're hoping for a big Sheboygan. We want ourselves a nice Charizard or any shiny or ultra shiny. Any of those would be awesome. Code card. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Fingers crossed. Metapod. Misty's Cerulean City Gym. Magmar. We have a Cubone here. Geodude. Punchy Rock Dude, as What's-His-Face likes to call it. What's-His-Face? Funkin'. Slowpoke. Clefairy. I don't know if you'd appreciate me calling him What's-His-Face. Jigglypuff. Lieutenant Surge's Strategy. And Erica's Hospitality. That's a lot of dimp. Nada. Pack number 2. All right, pack number 2. There's your code card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. Misty Determination, Brock's Pewter City Gym, Giovanni's Exile, Jigglypuff, Eevee, Caterpie, Bettis. Uh-oh, that looks like something shiny. That looks like something shiny. Ekans. Oh, it's a Reshiram. I thought it was going to be Charizard for a second. But still, Reshiram is legitski, dude. Are you kidding me? That's a nice pull. That's a really nice pull. I pulled this card before, but a Reshiram ultra shiny full art. Sheboygan. Dang. How's it going, Peachy? Good to see you, man. Classic is going to go live today for a little bit. Sweet. Open some random stuff. Nice. Yeah, I do have some spots also that I'm selling for my break. I have 2 breaks that are up on the site right now. One is a football, Mega Football number 2, and Mega Baseball number 7. So I'm trying to kind of push those this week as well for a Friday break. I won't try and conflict with you, Classic, on your Friday break, but usually I try to go Friday evening around 6 o'clock Colorado time for my breaks, but we'll see if it's even filled by then. So 3, 4. All right, I can't believe we got a nice Reshiram. Energy chance. Yeah, I don't mind even if we cross over. I'm just saying, like, it's probably easier if we don't. Clefairy, Jigglypuff. It's almost the exact same pack as the last. Caterpie, Paris. Could it be? Oh, we're going to have a Hollow Energy. And Mr. Mime. That's cool. I'll take a Hollow Green Energy. Very nice. Arana Boys, good to see you, my friend. Last pack magic on this. Boy, it looks... Oh, man, the packaging is just done so poorly on a lot of these. And with a repack, you're always wondering. These cards get repacked as well. The packs get repacked. It's harder to tell with Pokemon cards because it's kind of easier to fake the packages or easier to reseal the packages. However, if you pull out an Ultra Shiny out of one of the packs, then there's a pretty good chance they didn't get hit. Alright, let's check this out. Giovanni's Exile, Koga's Trap, Slowpoke, Psyduck, Pikachu, Magikarp, Coughing, Magnezone, Shiny. Sweet! Well, these were good packs. These ended up being really good. This is a card I have not pulled yet from this set, and I need it. Magnezone. Shiny. Not ultra shiny, just shiny. Let me get my binder. Yeah, hit that thumbs up for me if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Helps the channel out. All right, let's go all the way to the back. We have Magnemite. Oh, no, I do have Magnezone. I've already pulled it. Oh, man, I thought I hadn't pulled it yet. But I have. I do have the Magnezone. So that will go on the auction block, and I will sell that card off because I already got doubles of it. Quite a few cards that I have to do that with. This Reshiram will be one of them also that I'll be selling. But I will definitely get this Reshiram graded first and see what we can get back for it. Let's check real quick and see how good it is. Centering looks really nice. Maybe pushed over. Yeah, it's pushed over. So it's definitely off-center to the left. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So we'll have to see what my other one comes back looking like. I sent, I think, 2 of these in to get graded, so I'll see what the grades are on those that come back and compare them to this one, and then I'll decide. But that probably isn't the 10 right there from the centering. So maybe not gradable. If a card like that, if you're not going to get a 10, it's probably not worth even sending. The 10 is the only thing you're shooting for. And a 9, you're still going to be able to sell basically raw. What you would be able to sell it for raw. So a 9 can be helpful. It just kind of depends on what card. But, if you get an 8 or lower, then you're not going to have any luck making money on the card probably. Especially with newer cards. You got to get a 10. You just got to get a 10, and that's what we're shooting for. That's why you can't trust the population reports on PSA when they say how many 9s have been graded. People get their 9s back, crack them, resubmit them in a new submission, and regrade them. Try and get a 10. So PSA thinks there's a 9 out there, but the case has been cracked. It's actually not out there anymore. So then they regrade it. Another 9 comes back. So one card has just created 2 or 3 in the population. So it can get dicey quick. So the mixers, I'm going to go ahead and drop the links. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rockies. Because there's this ludicrous talk about Nolan Arenado being traded, and it keeps coming back up to the surface, which I cannot stand. However, it's starting to look like there may be a pretty decent chance that he could actually be traded. That would be a huge bummer. So there's the baseball break. Let me get the football one up too. 16 a team. And this is going to have 5 boxes of Chrome Update. Of a hobby box of Bowman's Best and a hobby box of Topps Finest, plus a autographed baseball from one preferred player. The list is on the website, so you can see the checklist there if you want. But if they're really going to trade Nolan, Nolan has a couple of options that make it a little dicier. Um, but it's starting to look like there may be some options for Nolan on the table for him to get out of Colorado and get on a team where he could actually have a chance at winning a series, and possibly have a chance at uh, getting a good look from the rest of the league for the Hall of Fame. Playing in Colorado is not doing him any favors. And that's kind of been the case across the board for Colorado players. So now that the Hall of Fame ballots are all in, we're starting to see a lot of them trickle back in. Now that they've been mailed in, I think they had to be postmarked last week at some point. So the Hall of Fame is just not looking good for Walker at this point, Larry Walker. And it's shocking to me because his numbers are just unbelievable and can be held up against tons of people that are already in the Hall of Fame. But they don't want to give him consideration because he played at altitude. Now, playing at altitude is a blessing and a curse. Everybody has to play with it. The pitchers, do they get extra consideration because they pitched in Colorado, which is a tough place to pitch? No. Why did the MLB let us be a team if we can't have any of our players go to the Hall of Fame? Now, I know they're voted in. It's not the MLB that has any say in it, but it's a little ridiculous. So I'm a little irritated. I think Walker should get in. He should be in easily, and he's probably not going to make it in. Although Jeter will be unanimous, and that's just a bummer. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think Jeter should be in, but come on. Got a Palmeiro hat relic? Hat relic? You must mean from Holiday 2019? Unless they do hat relics where maybe never seen a cap relic. Maybe they do that. That's pretty cool. El Kamam. Always love seeing El Kamam in the house. Are you feeling better, Mom? El Kamam was sick. El Kadon was sick. The dog, he was a little irritated that I was in bed for a week. So Gunner was torqued. Both my sisters got sick. My nephews, my nieces. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone. So we all came down with it. 2001 Fleer. Interesting. So is that a hat relic or a bat relic? Is that part of his hat? That's pretty cool. I haven't seen one of those. The only hat relics I've seen were from the 2019 holiday where they have that like Santa cap that they'll put in there. I think that's pretty cool. All right, I was going to look this card up. It's the Slow Bro. Well, let's see if I can actually get this sized correctly. There we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay. What was this name? Mega Slow Bro. So in a PSA 10, that's selling for about 25, or it sold for 25 here. But here, PSA, oh, that's a 9. That's why it went down so much. This one's a 10. That one sold for $10. So, $10 card in PSA 10, maybe 20 if you can get lucky. But this seems like an anomaly, this $20 card up here. $25, I mean. What do I do with the oversized cards, and are they worth anything? Well, I am going to get a few graded, probably. Hi, John Brady. Hi, Peds Card Collection. Good to see you guys. Welcome. I am going to get a few of them graded, so I do have a pretty decent collection of those jumbo cards. I'm not sure if they're worth anything, to be honest. I want to grade it just for the novelty of it more than anything. But there is one that's or two of them that I have that are Charizards that I actually think will be worth something if they come back graded well. However, the grading on them is very, very difficult. Let me show you what I mean by that. Obviously, it's a lot more surface area of a card. Couldn't remember where these all went. So if you check out... Oh, get a mic over here. If you check out this Charizard and Braixen card, this is one of the cooler ones that I actually want to send in and get graded, and has a pretty good chance of getting a PSA, high PSA. The corners and the edging are pretty decent on this one, but as you can see, it's nicked. And it has little... No, that's paper. But the centering is good, pretty decent, almost spot on down here, really not terrible. So that card I probably will send in and get graded. Now here's two Charizards that I have, and I'm not sure if I'm going to grade either of them, but if you look at this one, how the cut is on the bottom is really bad, and a lot of them are cut like this. So there's this huge bow in the bottom, which makes it a very difficult thing to grade. And then the edging on a lot of these cards all the way up, you'll see whitening. And it's not terrible. These are two of my better cards. But there are other ones that, holy cow. Yeah, this one's really bad. This one's terrible. Whitening all around it. Same thing here, nicks and whitening. So they're just very difficult to get graded in really good grades. But they do look cool, so I have a bunch of them. This is an awesome Charizard. Absolutely love that card. Melmetal, another Reshiram and Charizard. That one's cool because my sister actually painted that one, and I have it for sale on the site. Greninja. This one's pretty cool too. Magikarp and Wailord. Primarina, Solgaleo, Porygon Z. Mewtwo. Oh, had an extra one of those in there. Alolan Marowak and Kangaskhan. Did I say I had that Gyarados? And maybe I didn't. I had Greninja. That's cool. I didn't have that Gyarados as a big card. I think the other cool card that I have in getting graded right now is Patreon Pirates card that he sent me, his fan card. So that's in getting graded right now. That's the first time I've had a fan card graded. So I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. The Gunner card, yeah. If you guys didn't see, I got the Gunner card finished, Elkanon's card. So O-Pee-Chee, I will put you down for one, my friend. How is their value compared to baseball when you're talking about Pokemon? I'm assuming. So, Pokemon. Let me grab one of my holders. I guess I could reach it. I found that Pokemon has better value. And what I mean by that is that you can get a lot more for a lot less. With baseball, to get a decent pull or a card that's worth some value, you're going to have to buy quite a few packs or get really lucky on one pack. Or you're going to have to buy some hobby boxes for some guarantees. And even then, you're not getting a guaranteed great card. You're getting a guaranteed autograph. It doesn't mean it's going to be a good auto or even a valuable auto. So with baseball, there's a lot of risk because there's not a lot of value in the individual card that isn't numbered. Base card doesn't have a ton of value generally, unless it's a rookie that people really want that year. So, there's, in my opinion, more value in Pokemon because these cards are not going to be based off of how the player performs. So these cards are based purely off of what a collector values it at. And these collectors are nerds, and I'm one of them, and they will spend money on these cards, like crazy money. So being able to have a Pokemon set that comes out, we just had one that came out, or 3 that came out in the last 4 months. And one of those sets had a card that sold for $10,000, right out the gate. So I don't know any baseball sets that are really like that. I mean, you can get probably an autographed Zion Williams in basketball. That's a really low number that you can sell for quite a bit of money, but, it's pretty rare. So, anyways, and I think that overall, when I'm buying a set, for instance, I just opened how many packs? 8 packs, right? So of those 8 packs, let's say 8 times 4. Divided by... Okay, so... Oops. Right. So we're looking at, what are you going to have to clear money-wise to get your money back? So I'm going to have to be able to sell all of the Pokemon cards I got here for the 32, which is $4 a pack, and then try and break even on that. This card, I'm going to have to now spend another $10 on to get it graded. So now I have to make up that $42 difference. But out of these cards, I've pulled 3 cards here that are going to probably pay for that once I get them graded. Pay for that and then some. So easily I can make my investment back with Pokemon, whereas in baseball, I don't have nearly that great of a success rate. A lot of the cards that I get are not worth grading or selling, but I have at least 2 gradable cards right here, so that's awesome. Now, how many baseball packs do I have to open until I get a card that's worth grading? And it's been a lot more than Pokemon. Pokemon, I could come up with a set of Pokemon cards to send into PSA very fast. It'd be extremely easy to have a set to send in. But with baseball, it takes me a while to get up to that 50 card bulk pricing number. 50 cards in baseball or football, that's a lot. Especially if you're most of the cards that you get are not valuable unless they're autographed. So you have a lot of numbered cards you're grading, and you have a lot of autographed cards you're grading. And you're not grading a lot of base cards because they're just not worth the grade on it. You could sell a base card, Vladdy for what, $5? So, you might be able to get a little money on some of those guys, but not much. So yeah, if I want money, I'm doing Pokemon cards generally. However, there have been some great polls that I've had for baseball and some great cards that I have being sent in. So that's just my initial, feeling about it after doing it for 5-6 months here. But, I'd like to kind of see how a full year under my belt of collecting again will pan out, and if I have those same feelings about Pokemon at the end. So, yeah, I'm curious. Well, the other thing that's kind of bummed me out is that I've got so many sets in getting graded right now at PSA that I can't flip much of them. So it's kind of irritating. You want to sell those cards, but they're still getting graded. How much cheaper is it to do a bulk submission to PSA? Much cheaper. So regular submission is $20 per card. Bulk is 50 cards. That's where the minimum bulk pricing starts. And I think they actually went up on their pricing for bulk. So it's like, is it no, I think it's still $10 a card. So it's $10 a card for 50 cards, and then it went up to $9 a card, I think, for 100 cards or more. So you don't really save that much going up to 100 cards or more, but $1 a card is significant. But yeah, it's a big difference between 50 cards bulk and just sending in one. That's about a $10 difference per card. You definitely want to send them in bulk if you can. Otherwise, I don't see the point, honestly, in grading. Because you have every card that you grade has to be at least $20 or more raw that it's selling for it to be worth grading. And you can do that, but I've bought a lot of cards and done a lot of breaks over the past 6 months, and I am sure that I have not gotten. I've only had one baseball submission that was a bulk submission. One. I think I've done 9 submissions, and all of them that were bulk were Pokemon, mainly. It's just super easy to fill a Pokemon submission, especially when you're buying and pulling quite a bit, And back then I was buying those booster boxes. I don't have any more, I don't think. No. I was buying booster boxes, and those booster boxes come with 36 packs in them, and just mowing through them, trying to get a Charizard, grinding, trying to get a Charizard. Yeah, for $20 a card through my site. So essentially, you just mail me the card that you want to go in, and I'll send it in with my next bulk submission that goes in. And then once it gets graded, it comes back to me, and I mail it back to you. And I do that all for $20. So $20 is actually a little bit cheaper because it includes all the shipping and everything. I don't make anything on the submission because, normally I would get the $10, but I have to ship it to them and ship it back to you, and that takes up my $10. So I may make $1 or $2 on a card, but that's about it. How you doing, NZ Breaks? Good to see you. I'm pretty much over the sickness. You can probably tell I still have a little congestion. I sound a little nasally, but yeah, I'm definitely feeling great. So not feeling like I have to be in bed all the time, which was ridiculous. I had no energy, hot and cold. Oh. The worst sickness I've been through in a while. Yeah, I feel good. But I am kind of exploring some of the options for PSA. I was talking to a guy, a card shop owner, and he was telling me I should go with Beckett. And I don't agree with that, really. I like a lot of these card shop owners, but the more I talk to them, the more in their bubble they are. They have their close friends in the card community and people that they know. But a lot of card shop owners don't get on and watch YouTube. And I think, what a missed opportunity. You guys own a card shop, and YouTube is blowing up for cards right now. I mean, you have a great avenue, and they're all like, that's just stupid new stuff. Nobody's going to get onto that. It's just a huge missed opportunity for these guys. So anytime I go in there and I tell them, hey, I'm doing something for a channel, they're like, oh, okay. It's like they don't even care. Hobby Searcher, what's going on, man? I do have Hobby Searcher's card there, too. I should send that in to get graded, but I just can't justify paying to have a Yankees logo graded. But, would you get grade on a 1-of-1 card? I have a 1-of-1 Trout from this year's Topps Big League. A 1-of-1, I would. The only reason I would not grade a card is if it wouldn't up the value at all. And I wouldn't really know how to determine that, but a 1-of-1 might be that case that we're talking about. A 1-of-1 where if you have it graded, there's nothing for them to compare it against. And what if you get your 1-of-1 back graded as an 8? It's a 1-of-1, so you can't really compare it against anything else. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I think I would. Just because the value always goes up on graded cards. I have a 1-of-1 in getting graded right now. I am getting a 1-of-1 graded. It's a printing plate. It was the Carlton Fisk printing plate autograph that I pulled. and I'm grading that one. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm I'm inclined to say yes, grade it, but if it comes back as not a 10, what do you do? And is that going to affect the value a lot? You can just crack it out of the case if it doesn't get the grade you want. You know, if it doesn't get a 10, you can crack it out of the case. Be careful when you do that and watch videos about how. But anyways, crack it out of the case and sell it raw. If it brings the value down, that's what I would do. But I have kind of the same question. Like this Ted Williams, I mean, what do I do? I need to grade this card, and I will probably grade this card. But, you know, they come sealed and flawless. So do I mail it in this one touch sealed like this, and are they going to crack it open and grade it? Or should I just leave it sealed since it's already sealed and not have it graded at all? Is that going to matter to a collector since it went from the factory into a slab? I don't know. These cards that are sealed like this, these have me in a quandary. I don't know what to do with them yet. I'm just stacking them up right now. So I have Ty Cobb ones, these Ted Williams ones, a bunch of others that people have sent me that are Rockies cards that are autoed. By the way, Dragon Fan Tim stopped by, right? Yeah, is he still here? So if you haven't seen, I got a certificate from Dragon Fan Tim. This is a certificate of achievement for El Canon. This award is given out yearly by Dragon Fan Tim. This is given to the YouTubers to give them recognition of their stream. And this year, the name mentioned is one of the YouTubers Dragon Fan Tim watches. Congratulations, El Canon. Got me a little certificate of achievement from Dragon Fan Tim. Thank you, my friend. I love that, dude. Put that in the background. Yeah, I don't see people grading mini sealed cards either, and I'm not sure why. You know, I feel like it's against the grain. You would want to grade a card, but maybe collectors aren't valuing that very highly. And maybe I'm just wasting money on it. You know, if I throw $20 at it, and that's the thing you'll never know with a 1 of 1. Or even a 4 of 5. You know, I'll never really know because it's, you know, you have such low sale numbers that you just don't know. Thank you, Opeachy. I appreciate that, man. I felt so honored. Heck yeah. But yeah, there's just, you know, so low sales numbers that you just have no clue what the value is going to be. For instance, I got that one card is in getting graded, that Tatis that I pulled, that 3 of 5 or something, the auto Tatis, that wasn't sealed, so that was easy, in my opinion, to send it in and get it graded. This Ted Williams isn't much different. It's a 4 of 5 also. But it's already sealed. I don't know. I'll have to think on that. You guys got me all tizzied now. Can you get thicker cards graded? Yeah, absolutely. So I had to call PSA because I had the same question when I first started grading. I was like, how am I going to send these in? How are they going to accept them? So I'll show you how they do it. So this is, I got 2 more orders that I'm sending into PSA today, actually. This is how they want you to send your orders in. So this is one order all by itself, just this card. And the reason why I have to grade it on its own is because it won't fit into my bulk submission because the value on the card is too high. So you can only go up to $499 on a bulk submission. And this one graded PSA 10, or yeah, would sell for over that. So this has to go in by itself as its own card submission. So here's a bunch of autographs that I'm having graded. And those all go in these. This is an older one, but these are Ultra Pro, and they're, what are they called again? Card Savers. So Card Saver, I think, has 4 different sizes. This is the Card Saver 1. And so any of your autograph cards that might have a little bit of thickness to them would fit perfectly in these. Okay. Then if you get thicker than that, they have 4 other sizes. This is the largest size, number 4. But a thick card that's got a patch on it or something like this one. This is a Nolan Arenado Auto from Flawless, 7 of 7. Really thick card. And it fits nicely in there. It's kind of snug so that when it ships, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't move, and it doesn't nick the edges or anything. So this is perfect for a really thick card that you want to send in. And then that gets slabbed too. So put them in between cardboard when you mail them in. And you can get thicker cards than that too. Like this card, I would put in one of those if I was going to send it in, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do about it. You feel a little bit like you need to crack it from the seal and get it graded, but that would just be bad news bears if it didn't grade right. Austin Farmer, go to bed. Oh man, Austin, you're in full study mode right now, huh? Got the new semester started. You better buckle down, because it's gonna end fast. I'm not sure the best way to grade other cards. They have some guides on there for, other jumbo cards or cards that are like ticket stubs or things you want to get authenticated, like baseballs and stuff like that. And they have shipping guidelines, but they're easy to work with. You just call PSA, and they'll answer your call and answer your stuff right over the phone. So they have pretty good customer service that way. However, they have taken forever getting these packages back. So I'm wondering where the packages are. I should do a little check on my tracking numbers. I'll do that later. Oh, Kaz, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking, man. Yeah, feeling a little stuffy still, but pretty good. I only got one online class today. Campus classes start Wednesday. Okay. One online class. So I did online classes. My last semester of college, my counselor, is that what they're called? Advisor. My student advisor. She came and told me that she graduated me on the wrong bulletin. And so I had 2 classes that I had to take to graduate. I said, fine, I'll just come back and take them next semester and work here in Lincoln. She goes, no, we don't offer it next semester, so you'll have to take them online. It was calculus and some upper division marketing class. Upper division marketing class, easy peasy. But calculus online, have you guys ever tried to teach yourself calculus out of a book? No professor? It's unbelievable. It's outrageously difficult. And I taught high school algebra. I tutored college algebra. Calculus? No way. With the right zip code. Awesome, Cause. Can only hope. Yeah, calculus was rough. I mean, the only other class I took, math class that was fairly difficult, was statistics. And I got like a B in statistics, but I was pretty good at math at that point. I was kind of expecting A's. Statistics was difficult. Anyways, after about 10 years of just kind of not taking the class, they called me and said, well, we've switched our bulletin. You don't have to take calculus anymore. So I had to take, some other class. I had to take 3 other classes, actually. Business ethics. Took that from Harvard. Some retail marketing. And then some other marketing class. And then I'm working with this new advisor, to get all of this done. And he gets a brain tumor in the middle of all of this and doesn't have any memory of our conversations or agreements on what to graduate me or how to graduate me from the college. So I had to send them all the emails to prove what we were working on together to try and get me graduated from college. So I finally got my college degree in 2019, last year. Finally got my college degree. Took me 14 years, but I got it. Finally, a college graduate. I got a mass communications, 2 management, and 1 business class this semester. I switched over from pre-med to business after 3.5 years. I'll tell you what, business was the easiest thing in the world after that. I mean, medical pre-med is difficult, and I never got D's or anything. I got C's in some of the pretty key classes. OChem, which is designed to weed you out. Organic chemistry is a very difficult class, and I ended up getting a C in it. And so I was like, it's not really going to get me into a good medical school, or into any medical school really. Business ethics reminds me of Billy Madison. Yeah. Oh, that is such a funny movie. I know it took me forever to make it, but I finally did. And now all three of my parents' kids are college graduates. So they were pretty excited about that. I took a math class. If you got 4 wrong, you failed the test. Didn't matter how many questions the test had. Oh, wow, interesting. That's wild. There was some good professors and teachers that I had in high school that did things quite differently from each other, and I'm glad they did because I learned kind of how test taking worked and whatnot. But I had a buddy of mine. He took a biology test from this guy that was pretty hard nosed in high school. He's trying to prepare us for college, and our high school was like a college prep high school. Is kind of what I think all high schools are like that, but that's what they emphasized on. So they'd give us a lot of college level work to try and get us prepared. So anyways, we went in and took this biology class, and there was a test that we had to take at the end of the semester. It was like 600 points or something. It was massive. And my friend got 12 correct out of 600. 12. Actually, I think it was more like 300. But still, 300 points. And he got 12 correct. This guy eventually went to college with me. Graduated before I did, by the way. But he at one point had a 29% in pottery class. I'm sorry, but all you have to do, you don't even have to be good. You just have to turn something in. That's all that art classes are. You don't have to do anything good in an art class. You just have to turn it in. That's all you have to do. They may not give you an A, but you'll get a B. 29% in pottery class? How is that possible? Graduated before me. Now he's trying to become a U.S. Marshal, so see how that works out for him. Marketing class is pro selling. Marketing, so I would not emphasize in marketing. I would take a few classes if I were you, but I would not emphasize in that. If you're going to be getting a business degree, get something financial, accounting or finance or something, because that's going to be, you're the one that's making the decision for the company rather than the marketer who's getting cut by the guy who got a degree in accounting. So I know this because I got a degree in accounting, or in marketing, business administration, and I emphasized in marketing. Big mistake. Never do that again. But a college degree really isn't nearly as valuable as it used to be. I got out of college, graduated in 2009, even though I didn't graduate until last year. But once I got out, the only reason I didn't go back is because I owned businesses and I was working. And once you start getting busy and you're working, it's kind of irrelevant at that point. But I still needed to prove, after all that money that I paid, that I graduated. I was worthy of having a degree. Sanctions for the Astros are in. What are the sanctions? 1-year suspension for the GM and manager. $5 million fine. Loss of first and second rounds in 2020 and 2021. But they get to keep their title, I'm guessing. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm glad there's sanctions, but I mean, at some point, you have to strip a title to make this serious. You have to do it. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not saying I'm an advocate for it. I'm just saying that's what's going to send a message. John Brady, my YouTube language is different than essay language. I would hope so, Austin. Yeah. Let's hope the Sox get the same. Yeah, we can only hope because they just got called out for this too, didn't they? Communications is 9 a.m. Oh, brother. Cry me a river. Yeah, art class and made a B. Smart. I took volleyball as one of those kind of easy cake courses. Easy. Thanks, Jaffa. I think I got lucky and got off light. Not sure what you're talking about there. Didn't have Patrick Swayze to help him in pottery class. No, he didn't. This guy was, he's a good friend of mine, but he's a real big idiot. He rode his bike around campus everywhere he went, and he would like go downstairs all the time trying to show off. And one time he like hit the front brakes when he was going down the stairs for some reason, just went right over him and knocked all of his front teeth out. So when he smiles, he has like all of his three or four front teeth up here were just completely gone. Oh man, it's kind of hillbilly. It's hilarious. I mean, general business after this semester, I only need business analysis and accounting for my core business, and then it's electives. Yeah, so after that, your electives are going to decide what you're going to emphasize in, probably, or what you're going to be. I mean, it could just be a general business degree, but I would suggest emphasizing in something. I don't know if that's how your college does it, but most colleges do it that way. Yeah, that sanction seems soft to me, too. I mean, I just, like, if you are going to ride that all the way to a series, that's a problem. I mean, the same thing with the Patriots, and if you're going to ride that all the way to a Super Bowl, that's a problem. And if you don't strip the title, then guess what? They got caught doing it again this year. It's not a serious problem for them. A slap on the wrist and a fine from the team for $5 million. Come on, that's nothing. Yeah, I know the Astros. Yeah, I agree. I think the Astros got off light. Yeah, exactly. If I still have a World Series, then who cares about the sanctions? Same thing with the Patriots. Yeah, you're not getting your title pulled, then what do you care? Keep cheating. Alex Cora's going to get it worse. Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. Eagles have 2 Super Bowls. Patriots were called out that year too. Yeah, see? I mean, it doesn't, especially for anybody that was a runner-up that year, it certainly doesn't feel good to you. And then did you hear what's his face trying to kind of justify it and say, well, if anybody says we didn't work hard for those titles, then they're mistaken. Yeah, we cheated, but we didn't. We worked hard too. That doesn't matter. I could care less how hard you worked. You cheated. So, sorry. It kind of negates all the hard work you put into it. And that's the problem with cheating, is that it taints a lot of good hard work that people did. And it shouldn't be tainted for some of those guys. I'm sure that some of them had no interest in participating in that. But, what are you going to do? That bike guy. Which bike guy are you talking about? College is college. Leave the high school popularity BS in high school. I agree with that. At the end of the day, nobody gives an F. We're trying to make our own way. Bike guy sounds like a tool. Yeah, I think they should have stripped the title too. I mean, I'm not sure if I feel that way completely, but that's kind of my initial inclination hearing this. Look at you. Michigan took the NCAA wins and everything else. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the NCAA has a plethora of problems that are much bigger than this. The NCAA needs to be disbanded, I believe. But, I mean, these guys should have some access to the revenue that they bring in for these schools. I mean, these guys are basically forced labor. They get free college. But they're not seeing a dime of that, and their colleges are making bank. Of course they don't want that to go away, because they're making bank. And a college stadium holds like 80 to 100,000 people. I mean, they're more popular than the NFL. They're making bank. And they don't want that to go away. Any tram would trade $5 million and 4 draft picks for a World Series. That's what draft picks and money are for. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Yeah. And you'd rather, in this case, they're just saying we'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. So, yeah. Oh, the one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot I told the story about him on a bike. Yeah, Garrett's an idiot. He was a tool. He worked as a prison guard. I love the kid, so don't get me wrong. I talk about him, but he's. I would say all this stuff to his face. In fact, I hope he's watching, because there's this one time he's a prison guard, and he goes in and tries to open this door, this gate in between him and another prisoner. Um, the key gets stuck in the thing, and the gate will not open. And he was like, well, it just needs some force from the other side. So he asked the prisoner on the other side of the gate to kick it so he could, like, pop it. So the guy kicks it, and the door slams open, hits my buddy right in the face, breaks his nose, blood everywhere. All the other guards come in and try to tackle the prisoner real quick, and Garrett's like, no, it's not his fault, it was mine. But he's a really nice guy. He's just not smart, you know. Mets will win the 2020 World Series due to Carlos Beltran new cheating system. This is all just training for better cheating systems now. Especially, yeah, if the consequence is not going to be harsh, then people are just going to keep doing it. Texas A&M is my hometown university, has a football stadium that holds 6,000 people. That seems extremely small. 6,000? You mean way more than that, right? That seems like nothing. Kyle Field? That's nothing. Holy cow. Yeah, college football, like in Nebraska when I was there, it was just so massive. I mean, my goodness. That stadium held a ton of people, and hours before and after the game, it's tailgating and parties, and downtown Lincoln is just filled with people. I mean, it's just wild. 6,000 seems so small for a field. That's insane. Holy cow. Now anyone can cheat and won't get their title stripped because there's not a precedent set. Exactly right. And I was pretty confident that the MLB would come to a good solution on this, because the NFL failed so miserably with the Patriots. But man, they're following the same footprints, and it's not a good recipe. It's just going to open the door for more issues. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's small. Cheating is okay. Betting on the cheating is not okay. Cheating, look, is stealing signs cheating? Oh, their baseball stadium. Okay, well, that makes much more sense. Yeah, 6,000 for a baseball stadium actually might be decent for college, because that's not very popular. Although out in Omaha it was super popular because that's where the World Series is. Yeah, that's a high school field. It's pretty small. Well, it depends on what high school. My high school, not at all. I had 200 kids in my entire high school. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how I feel about, if you steal signs, fine. But if we're gonna set up rules about how the game is gonna be governed, and you go outside of those rules, then I have a problem with that. So saying that cheating is a part of the game or an accepted part of the game, well, yeah, it is. And we even wrote it into the rules that you can steal signs. You just can't use a video camera to do it. So that's a problem. Kyle Field is the largest football stadium in Texas, and they hold 102,000. That's massive. Holy cow. That's huge. Yeah, using the electronics. That's the problem, is that you cross the line when we set up boundaries and guidelines, and, that's a problem. Now, in baseball, they were caught doing it like all year. And in football, they only have 16 games. So if you get caught one of those 16 games, it's weighted the same percentage wise, in my opinion. The Patriots have been caught 3 times now, I think. 3 times. It's just unreal. And I don't know why they won't strip a title. You have to do that, or else they're just going to keep doing it. Yeah, but Rose will be vindicated in some way, I believe. It is unfortunate that Pete Rose went through what he went through, because I think that's absolutely ludicrous. It's personal vendettas and animosity that people had. That's what it is. Once Pete Rose dies, they'll put him into the Hall of Fame. They just don't want him giving the Hall of Fame speech. That's what they're going to wait until he's dead for. It's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, the Olympics take away your medals all the time. Good for them. Yeah, the draft picks, that just doesn't make sense. It's like take away your potential and try and strap you for future generations. No. You know, you guys cheated with this team, and this team needs to suffer, so you guys got to lose your title. Yeah, I don't think anybody would care if it wasn't a winning team either, is probably the real issue. Yeah, that's probably a good point, Austin Farmer. However, if they're going to, I don't know, if they're going to set up the rules, and they've got to enforce them somehow. And just because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. My beard looks shorter? Oh. It's longer. I haven't cut it, but I didn't really dry it and brush it out like I do in the mornings, and that usually makes it look longer. Official capacity is 107,000. Wow. But it hosted crowds in excess of 115. Michigan Stadium was built in 1972. Original capacity of 72,000. Wow. Yeah, they suspended him 4 games for stealing air from footballs. Which I honestly think is a little weird, the Deflategate situation. I don't know, that just seems a little odd to me. You still have to perform pretty well with a ball, but I don't know. Beard hairs tend to shrink after you're sick. Yeah, you got to use some of the magical beard hairs to help heal you, so your body resorbs some of them. It's kind of nasty if that was true. Right. What's the point in having rules if you're not going to enforce them? Or if the only penalty for that rule is that you get, you have to play with a crutch for a year or 2. I mean, if that's the only penalty, it's just like handicapping them. And that, to me, that's not a penalty. You know, a penalty needs to be, if you guys cheat and win because of it, we're not going to let you win. You're not going to have that title. Texas A&M's head coach Jimbo Fisher left Florida State for 10 years at $70 million contract, and A&M had another 8-5 season. Yeah, 8-5, not a good record. $70 million contract. So see, they're able to pay a coach that much money. The NCAA, $70 million. Which doesn't seem like it's all that much, but you know, you've got a ton of colleges out there. A lot of these guys are making more than that. Way more college teams than there are NFL teams. So, even though it does seem to be a training ground for NFL coaches, but you know, these guys, that's where the majority of these monies go. You got to pay the coaches, pay for these big, huge stadiums, pay for all their equipment. And then the school is still clearing profit on top of that. Compressed air is not free. I used to sell compressed air. My mom owned an oxygen company for years. And, yeah, we sold compressed air all over the valley. And helium and all sorts of different tanks. Yeah, well, I mean, I think anywhere that you go that's heavy college, for instance, you go to Nebraska, their closest pro team for the football is either Kansas City, Minnesota, or Denver. I mean, there's nothing in Nebraska, so they are 100% college sports all the time. In fact, when when the Huskers play, Lincoln has like 250,000 people in it, I think. And they say that the town's population goes up by like 20% every single time they play. It's crazy. Now, in Lincoln, that's crazy, but I mean, there's smaller towns even than that have bigger football teams. But Nebraska is Lincoln's a pretty small town, and the Huskers are a pretty big deal out there. I enjoyed going to college out there. It was fun. That's right. There's no such thing as free. No. Nope. No free deals out there. Got to work for everything in life if you want to make it. All right, guys. I think I'm going to cut it off for this afternoon. I have some stuff I got to get done for my other job, but tomorrow I'll be back on live again. Do have spots still available. I've sold a few spots in both breaks, the football and the baseball mixers, so we're starting to make some headway on both of them. If you guys didn't see that link or didn't get a chance to see it, I want to put it in here for you. Your football coach in college was Harbaugh, and then he left. Wow. Yeah, see, I didn't actually go to the University of Nebraska. I went to a little Christian college in Lincoln. I was in the same town, so we did a lot of stuff with that university, but it was my own small little college. We only had about 900, maybe 1,000 people there. Didn't have a baseball team or didn't have really any sports except soccer and basketball. And basketball was pretty big there, but that was about it. It was unfortunate. High school, different story. Played a lot of sports in high school. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. So check out the elkanonbreaks.com if you guys want to get into some breaks. I got 2 of them that we're going to be trying to get into on this Friday. So Mega Baseball Mixer number 7 and Mega Football Mixer number 2. I appreciate you guys all being around and hanging out with me. Here's your sign moment. If it takes 16 pounds to fill a football, why is it so light? Love it. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.